Alright, here I got a unboxing of Budget Gear, Parts Express. See how it looks. Acoustic foam. This is not hydrophobic. Be using this inside the dashboard behind my little Dayton Audio 4.5s here. They're a wideband PC 105. I'm pretty happy with them. They play down to like 240, pretty awesome. They play all the way up to wherever I decide to cross my tweeters. And hopefully I can get rid of some reflections and some resonance inside the dash. I still have to do a little sound deadening, but hey, we'll get it all put in. This stuff feels good though. It's not going to do a huge amount, but something's better than nothing when you're dealing with cheap gear. I mean, the install is more important than the gear, right? Woofers out first. Tweeters out. Put that away here. First up, take a look at these tweeters. These are the 1-inch soft dome neodymiums. What is it? AN25F-4. These were definitely the budget winner in my mind, and Rock Hat's tweeter showdown that went down recently for at least $17, $18 a tweeter. I don't think they're going to be very easy to beat. They look nice. They feel pretty heavy. The plastic feels a little cheap, but I'm not concerned with that. The tweeter feels nice. Come with a flush mount, as well as, I guess these would probably be good for putting into a factory mount. I don't know how I'm going to work these into my pods on my A-pillars yet. Cross that bridge when we get there. But they measure nice. I think the only real issue they had on the Tweeter Showdown was distortion around 8K. I can dial everything back and deal with that. Not too concerned with 2% distortion on at a small frequency range on an $18 tweeter. They look and feel pretty nice. You can see I have my AMTs here. Let's see if I can get, so I may have run a bit too much wattage to these on a frequency sweep and literally melted them. You can see the plastic's a little warped in there, a little dark. I love the way they sound. They didn't play quite low enough, just because the beaming on my wideband. But to go from, I don't know, I had these crossed. Rocket says 12K. I think I had them crossed at 5, and they were super happy until I made an error. It was not the tweeter's fault. They sound fantastic though. $25 each or whatever. They're pretty awesome, but decided to go a slightly cheaper route with a little bit more range. And all that darkness in there can hopefully be avoided. Still, they sound fantastic. Set these aside. Get into my mid basses here. These are a GRS. That stands for Great Replacement Speaker. I've never used GRS before. They are another house brand of Parts Express. I tend to prefer Dayton Audio, but I mean, look at that magnet, 25 bucks. Shoo! I think these are 80-watt power handling. Here. Massive magnet. Look pretty good. These are replacing the buyout 6.5s. This right here. Tiny magnet, 40-watt power handling. These used to be like $4 a driver. Now I think they're up to $9. For the money, they're still pretty awesome. Lower power handling, but as long as you keep them, you know, crossed over correctly, they'll do a lot. I had them playing down to like 80 hertz at lower volume. I had to cross them higher at 100 to really get much out of them, but for the money, less than 10 bucks a driver, they're kind of hard to beat. Yeah, so those are getting replaced. So yeah, so these are, what are these? I think 3.5mm X-Max, a Q of like 0.9, 40-watt power handling. So these, much larger driver, much larger speaker, larger voice coil. These are 5mm X-Max. Hopefully I can get a little bit more of that low mid bass out of them before hitting mechanical limits. Kind of funny. It doesn't seem like they have much more, but they definitely do. Nice, pretty good sized pole vent there. 4 ohm. These are, I'm running everything off of recoil DI 550.4. Nice little budget amplifier. The noise floor is a little high, but you know, when you're going budget, 80 bucks for a active 3-way front stage can't really be beat. So I've got these run 25 bucks each. Got my PC 105s. These I think are up to 17. I think I paid 14 for them like a year ago. They're up to 17 now. Still a pretty good deal. And then those AN25 tweeters. So for, what is that? 25, 40, 43, 60 bucks a side, $120 for full 3-way front stage. I mean, I think that's pretty hard to beat. These look great. Can't wait to hook them up. They definitely gonna take a little more space. I'm gonna be moving these out of my doors, I think, and into my kick panel area. These do have a significantly lower Q. I think they're 0.39 Q. So I'm hoping that my small little kick pan, kind of a leaky sealed box, will get the Q up higher. If it goes over 0.5, I'll be happy. I don't see that being a problem. So yeah, budget 3-way, budget sound quality. You can make cheap drivers sound good in your install. You can make great drivers sound terrible without it. So devil's in the details. We'll see how it all turns out. Thanks for checking it out. Catch you later.